Good evening. My name is Margaret and I'll be leading you through this evening session. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So my topic for this evening is my inner world. And we often live predominantly in the physical world, the world of activity, the world of relationships, the world of possessions, and often our whole thought process can be absorbed by this world. Things I need to do, things I should have done, people I need to meet, people I need to connect with, and my wants and needs. But for a little bit of time this evening, I'd like us to take our thoughts inwards. So we let the world be as it is. We know there's such a situation going on in the world. There's lots and lots of information about it. It can be quite overwhelming. But for these few minutes, we're going to go inside and take a look at what's happening inside in our inner world. Our inner world is the world of thoughts and feelings. And these thoughts and feelings are so connected with our perceptions, our attitudes, our belief systems. And as mentioned, so often our whole thought and feeling process is projected outside onto the world. So I bring my thoughts back inside. And I imagine that in my mind, there's a center point, a point of stillness, a point of quiet. And I allow myself to just focus on this point at the center of my mind. It's actually a very beautiful experience to be quiet and still. And it's from this center point that my thoughts emerge. My thoughts come out of this center point. And of course, when I'm aware of the stillness and the quiet that my thoughts emerge from, the quality of my thoughts are a very different quality than when my thoughts are just projected out into the world. We can have many different kinds of thoughts throughout the day, even within an hour. Positive thoughts. We can also have negative thoughts. We can have thoughts that are very wasteful. And these are thoughts about the past. What I should have done, what I didn't do. The mistakes I made. The hurt, the pain that I'm still carrying with me from situations, from relationships. And we can consider them wasteful because we can't actually change what happened. We can take learning from it, we can take experience from it, and then it becomes positive. We can also have waste thoughts about the future. These would be thoughts of fear, thoughts of not knowing what's going to happen, and worrying and anxiety. We're living in a world now, we don't know tomorrow, we don't know next week, we don't know a month. And so this can cause many thoughts. But we would consider these wasteful thoughts because they're not true. They haven't happened yet. And so the only place where we can have really true thoughts is in the present moment. And when we have true thoughts, it really enhances our well-being. So let's come back again to that still point, that place where the thoughts emerge from. And let's create a thought. I am unique and special. I am unique and special. This is a true thought. There is no one in the world that is like me or is like you. It's a true thought. I am unique is a true thought. I am special is a true thought. Whether I consider myself to be special or not, becomes my own thing, but the truth is, I am unique and I am special, as are all of us in this world. So a thought starts to gain power when I think about a thought more deeply. Let's go back to that starting point again, that point of stillness. Let's create a thought. I am peaceful. I am a peaceful being. My true nature is peace. I feel good when I'm calm. I'm happy when I'm relaxed. This is a true thought. I am peaceful. It's a thought about the core of my being. Let's go back to that starting point. I am a loving being. We think of these words human being, and of course the human bit relates to how we operate in the world. But there's also this other word, the second word, being. And probably the correct way would to say, I'm a being having a human experience. I am that being that's having the human experience. And so what is that being? You can call it being, you can call it the true I, you can call it the true self, the soul, the spirit, consciousness, awareness. These are all words that relate to the being. And the truth about that being is that I'm loving. I am a loving being. So let's go a little bit deeper into this thought. I am a loving being. The first love is for myself. Love for myself as a loving being. Can you imagine? Love for myself as that loving being. And then good wishes and pure feelings for those in my household, those I live with, those in the building that I live in. Good wishes, wanting only the best for those in my street, those in my neighbourhood. The world so needs good wishes and compassionate feelings at the current time. Can I make that thought even deeper and stronger? Make it bigger? I have love and good wishes for everyone in the world. This is a really big thought. I have love for everyone. I wish everyone the best. When we nurture these kind of thoughts, thoughts about peace, thoughts of love, thoughts about happiness, we start to feel good inside, because these kind of thoughts create an energy that sustains us and helps us live our life. When we're creating negative thoughts or wasteful thoughts about people and situations, we end up living in that energy, and it's a very uncomfortable energy. And yet it's just a tiny little shift, bringing our attention backwards, kind of behind the thinking mind that's always projecting outwards, and going back to that tiny still point in the center of our mind. And there we can create new thoughts. And we're all very unique beings, because we have a different combination of love, peace, joy. You may be calm, you may be kind, you may be humorous. Someone else may be patient, truly compassionate and enthusiastic. So we are unique and special, because we each have our unique combination of these qualities. And that's why we're here to unleash that energy from inside and let it flow out through our life into what we do, what we say. But it's all based really on what we think. So I'd like to give you a few moments to think about what's your particular combination of these qualities. How did you do? Were you able to go back to that still point and think about what aspect of peace that you resonate with, what aspect of love you resonate with, what aspect of joy you resonate with that makes you a uniquely special being? Something to think about and ponder on. The other thing that I would like to share tonight is that in order to really stay inside and nurture these kind of thoughts needs power. And when we're always focused on the world and people and relationships and the things we have to do and all the things we didn't do and all the angst that goes with living human life, sometimes we feel quite drained of our power. And my experience is that when we can move back into that place of peace, that still point, then that puts us in the right position to also connect almost vertically with something higher. We can call it the divine. It's almost like an energy force that's always peaceful, always loving, always joyful. The source of these amazing qualities. And when I can perceive myself as that tiny still point, I can connect with this other still point that's beyond the physical dimension. And in that connection, it's like there's an energy that's generated very naturally. It's almost like an energy flow that comes into my mind and empowers my peace, empowers my capacity to love, my capacity to stay joyful, cheerful. And so in meditation, what we're doing is first perceiving ourselves as that being, and also making that connection with the divine and allowing that power to empower us, to strengthen us, so that then we are able to bring that energy into our life. So meditation is really a chance to recharge myself, to empower myself, to be with myself, to be with the lovely part of myself, to be with that unique, special part of myself, and to nurture and to grow it and to make it strong. And when I do this, when I come back into connection with people, my relationships, back into the world of activity, I'm bringing with me something of value, something that's useful, something that is empowering. And maybe ultimately this is the purpose of life, is to bring my special qualities that have been enhanced by the divine into life. That's certainly how I perceive my purpose. And it's a never-ending journey of empowerment and creating self-respect based on these inner qualities and this relationship I have with myself and the divine. So we have a few more moments, and after I finish the next little commentary, then you'll have 10 minutes of gentle music to think about more about these qualities that are within you, that are always there, have always been there, but they need being awakened to their fullest and made strong so that they can really be used in life. So let's go back again to that still point in the center of my mind, and maybe realize that that is me. That still point is me. I am that energy that makes everything happen. I am the thinking, feeling, being. I inhabit a body. I live in the world, but I am that being. And naturally, when I tune into myself as that being, I can start to feel a sense of stillness and quietness and peace that is truly my own. And I start to nurture a love for myself as that being that frees me up from the past and stops me worrying about the future. It makes me very present and content, and I feel okay. So I am a pure, peaceful, loving, joyful being. I am peace. I am love. I am joy. This is who I truly am.